And I guess we're live. Yes. Good afternoon. Welcome to my daily broadcast. My name is Barry Selby. This is Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. And before I get to that, let me introduce myself as normal. My name, again, is Barry Selby. I am a relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. I'm also a best-selling author and speaker, and I'm a passionate champion for the divine feminine. And these are my daily Facebook Live talks. There you go. This is number 225? 6? Just lost track. No. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 25. I don't remember where I am. This is an ongoing series, as you guessed. These are daily Facebook Live talks I give on relationships, love, romance, masculine, feminine polarity, etc., etc. Today's topic is actually something that I spoke about. I just got interviewed this afternoon. A radio show. The interview's already up and running. I need to get the link out, but I'll get that Monday, I think. Anyway, the conversation. Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. This one, because the talk I gave the interview I had was about women, and we talked about powerful women. I want to speak to that here. So this is themed. This is Messages from the Masculine, number 226. Five. Excuse me. Even strong women make daily mistakes. And I was going to say truth to power, but that's a whole political thing. So I was going to say truth to EmPower. So that's why it's subtitle of that. And the challenge that a lot of women face, and let me break it down real fast, is that the modern dating arena and the modern business world are not designed for women. Not in the feminine anyways, at least. And a lot of women have been trained and been... I won't say coerced is the wrong word, but a lot of women have been raised or have been educated to believe that to do well in the world, in business and in relationships, you could act like men. Because the other option, apparently, was to be the little meek, what's it looking for? The little woman, the little lady, which is so not true. But this is what women were taught, and that's the way it was for, many years before this. But in modern times, like in the last 20, 30 years or so, things have evolved a lot. I'm not going to know the whole story of this, but I talked about this on my relationship. Can I talk about trauma and mental health to support people like myself who have been post-traumatic stress disorder, the difference between? Well, that isn't... Let me think about that one for another broadcast. This one I want to focus on this topic. So if you want to message me over social media, let me know what it is you're asking for. Particularly, maybe I can give you direct help. And if it's something I think is relevant to everybody, I'll put a broadcast down about that, if that works for you. So thank you for asking, and I'll see if I can help you with that. It's not my speciality, just to be clear. PTSD is not my skill set. It sometimes come up as a side work, part of my work, but it's not my primary focus. So I wouldn't want to do you a disservice by giving you an answer. So can I talk one day about post-traumatic stress disorder and the difference between 8 and depression and how we may recover from such a drastic illness? Thank you so much for your wisdom. Well, appreciate that, Mehmet. However, again, as I said, I'm not an expert nor a therapist in the area of post-traumatic stress. I would highly recommend seeing a therapist, somebody who's got skills in that area. I've got a friend of mine who's going through that with his therapist, and I know it's not my area of strength. So just let you know that's not my... I might be able to talk about it in a circular motion, because I talk about it in context of relationship, and in the context of what we tend to put in the way of it, but the actual post-traumatic piece isn't my area of expertise, just to be clear. So I'll talk about that another time, I think, and I'll look back at the comments after I sign off and see what I can do to respond to you. But let me get back on topic for this broadcast, which again is about even powerful women who make mistakes in romance. And this is... So I'm just dropping back into place, so hang on a second. Let me just speak from my personal experience. I dated with a lot of women in my younger years, and many times I was attracted to them because they're very dynamic, very powerful, very forthright, getting things done. And the reality is what I was attracted to, without realizing it, was how making things happen and pushing through they were, and so dynamic, because they were not the other sort of women I was meeting that were very meek and mild, because I was only seeing 2 types of women at that time, or I should say only recognizing 2 types of women at that time. There were the women that wanted to be taken up and kept by a man, like taken care of, and the women who didn't need a man, who were like getting things done and making things happen. And they were very attractive and exciting to me because they challenged me. I Unfortunately, I lost the challenge every time, but that's another conversation. But what I'm aware of is that women have been raised, especially women who are going out to work in the business world, to really get things done, make things happen like the men do, because that's what women are doing. They're competing with the men in the business world, which is a competitive arena. Take that mindset and lay on top of the dating arena, scene, game, and you might see there's some challenges here. For example, at the bar after work, where men and women both come back from their busy days at work and go in the bar to drink, you have opposite sexes in the bar, but you actually have the same polarity in the bar. It's all masculine energy. So men and women are attracted to each other because of the physical appearance, but the actual relationship attraction is messed up because what's happening is it's two masculine energies going like this. And I've been there. It's not fun. It's attractive and it can be very sexy. It's one reason why a lot of one-night stands happen, because there's this ability to set a goal to accomplish, which is to get the other person in bed and to conquest and complete. But the thing is, both of them are doing the same thing, and it's really messed up. So that is kind of, and that was more what happened, to be honest, this one what happened in the 90s and the 80s, but it's definitely something that's on the table now because so many women are fed up with that. So many women I know who are dynamic and powerful want a man who actually can respect them and honor them and step up. Because the truth is that for many women, that old model of doing things where they were competing and battling the men and in bed and in business, like in the boardroom and in bed, doesn't work anymore. What women want is real relationship. Because the old paradigm wasn't real relationship. It was just independent people banging. To be blunt, it wasn't healthy relationships. And now in the modern arena, in a way, where men and women are both independent, both living in the world, many are being entrepreneurs, so they're running their own lives. The question that comes up is how do they get into a relationship that works, where it doesn't take away from their opportunity to work in the business world? And this is the dance. This is somewhat, not so much nuanced, but it's certainly more detailed and more expressive than other ways you would get it. It's not automatic learning, people. People have to really figure this out. But here's some pieces I want to give you. First of all, ladies, thinking your power lies in your masculine way of doing things is a lie. If you think that being like a man and acting like a man is what gets you into power, you've been lied to and you're making a mistake. What truly is your power is your feminine heart. The world, the business world in particular, has not told you that. In fact, it's been lying to you, thinking that being a woman is being weak, being a man is being strong, so women you have to act like a man to be strong. Not true at all. What happens, in fact, is that the masculine, or should I say the macho, the toxic masculine, if you can put it that way, or the undeveloped masculine, which is the way the business world is set up, is a very dysfunctional place. And for you ladies to be in that world that way is even more dysfunctional than it is for the men. So I invite you, I advise you, I recommend you step out of that and choose to be in a feminine way of doing things. Because the reality, I think, that what's coming and what's been asked for and what's been really become pushed lately is the world needs a massive influx of feminine energy. Exactly, Remy. It's so needed now because what's happening, as you can see in the media, in the entertainment industry, in the politics, with the Me Too, the Time's Up, all these different things, that to me is a massive cry for help, which is a massive influx of feminine leadership in the world. That's what we need. Yes, I'm a guy saying this, so just be clear, I'm saying this really clearly. And if you've been watching my broadcast, again, this is number 225. I've been talking this for a while now. This is a big topic, and I guess I'm realizing I'm going off track slightly because I get to this, but so be it. This is perhaps one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle that's not being talked about. Because there are women in the world who are feeling victimized or put upon or out of alignment because they've been looking at the world through the lens of being less than, which is a mistaken approach. I'm not saying they shouldn't be compensated or, what's the word I'm looking for? The word will come to me. It's in there somewhere. I'll come back to it. But having said that, for women in the world, it's time to step into your power. And your power is in your feminine heart, not your masculine. It's in your feminine heart. The power you have, women, you have no clue, frankly, just how powerful you really are. Let me say it this way. The storms that ravage the East Coast have nothing on the power that feminine heart really has. This is one of the things I've talked about before, that I'm so amazed at how women are incredible in your feminine, and how many women don't have a clue they've got it. It's why the world is so messed up in so many ways. Women have forgotten their feminine heart, forgotten how to be, and they've been trying to copy the men and failing. That's why women have so many physical ailments and diseases and issues with their health, because they're trying to embody the masculine energy in their feminine heart, and it's not working. So let me bring back to the dating arena for a moment, because that's what I was originally starting with. In the dating conversation, the challenge has been that women have been trying to lead in the relationship, same as men have, which for men makes them either go, that's not fair, I want to run the show, or, sure, I'll give up and be lazy, which I did. So I'm just letting you speak to that. And my past wasn't pretty, just to be clear. So ladies, when your power, where your truth comes from, is the ability to be in the place of attraction, to actually draw in the sort of man you really want. And this is a big piece of the work, by the way. The feminine has the ability to attract. The masculine has the ability to seek out. A great book to support what you're talking about is Shakti Leadership. Interesting. Embracing feminine and masculine power in business. Authors... I guess, interesting. Okay, I'll check that book out. Thank you for that. In my work, I mean, because I've got my own book and I've got the books I study, I recommend books from David Data, Alison Armstrong, Satyen Raj, and a few other people that speak to the masculine feminine polarity. So this is interesting to find that in leadership. That's an interesting choice. So thank you for that. Yes, femininity is strength, absolutely. But the challenge has been is most women, and let's be clear, have been educated that it's not, and because they put femininity with female weakness, and women are not weak. I mean, come on, you give birth, you go through some amazing pain, levels of pain that we could never handle as men. So let's be clear. But in the area of relationship, let's bring it back into context, as I'm attempting to do here, is, ladies, when you're in your feminine, you have an ability to attract like no other magnet on the planet. If you know what you really want in a relationship, using that context, it's true for every part of life, by the way, but if you do it in the area of relationship, you have the ability to draw in the man you really want. With the caveat that you need to be clear what you're attracting, because you have to understand there's two levels of attraction happening. And it's not what you think. The two levels of attraction you're coming in from is the conscious and the subconscious. And that's the area where I work, because this is the challenge that most people face. It's because subconscious is like basically out of your consciousness. You're not aware of it. So if you have a sense of what you really want as a powerful woman, but your inner 5-year-old girl inside has an subconscious programming to seek for something else, you may be looking over here, but what you're going to get is over there, because that's where she's looking. So it requires an alignment of both the conscious and subconscious to really bring in what you really want. Not always easy, but it's a part of the work I've done with my clients. The biggest piece of the work, though, is surprisingly because it's not the stuff you think is obvious. Well, I need to change my wardrobe. I need to go and do on dating sites, do those things. Yes. After you find alignment inside between your subconscious and conscious. It's really that easy. Well, simple, not easy. So ladies, I invite you to think about how you want to attract your relationship. This is a brand new year, 2018. It's a powerful place to start visioning from, start getting intentionally clear, that's the word, I think. Yes, get intentionally clear of where you want to go. When you do this, you'll find yourself in a much more aligned place inside, and also become more attractive to what you really want. To be honest, I created a program called Rock Your 2018, which is a playbook, which is designed, I mean, it's designed for women, really. I mean, men can use it too, but the core elements of the program, well, it's a playbook, it's not a program, are the steps to actually help you get what you want in any area of life. Because one of the biggest secrets, ladies, when you're in a feminine, is everything you want in life you can attract. Truly, the law of attraction really is designed for the feminine. Maybe, because it's about attraction. We men are more the seekers, the searchers, the hunters to get what we want. So we don't attract as easily, naturally, without practice, than the feminine does. So if you're looking for love in all the wrong places, ladies, stop it. Start getting clear in here, in your heart, what really drives you, what you thrive on. Now, I mentioned about conscious and subconscious. Here's a clue. If you're not getting what you want, which is probably what's happening, 9 times out of 10, that thing you're not getting, what you're attracting that's not working, is driven by your subconscious. So that's the piece to rewire, to change. The odds are likely, highly likely, that what you're looking for in love in relationships that you're not getting, or I should say what you're not looking for in relationships and you are getting, is something that your younger self, your 5-year-old, has been drawn to because of some unconscious programming that went in years and years ago. If you're having an experience, reach out to me. I have some ideas, suggestions I can give you, excuse me, offline, that will give you some steps to get in the right direction. Your heart deserves, desires, and is destined to have an amazing relationship. I like alliteration, so 3Ds are good. So get it clear what do you really want. Start with heart-centered focus, which is loving yourself. Start with getting clear on your heartfelt vision of where you want to go, what you want to attract, and then see what happens. It's a step-by-step process. It's really an inner or an inside game, as it were. So ladies, my service to you, my gift to you is to remember this. It's powerful to shift out of your masculine to your feminine, because when you shift out of your masculine to your feminine, 1, you become more powerful. 2, you become more able to attract. And third, you actually live a more healthy life. So, if nothing else, take that from this talk. If you have any questions about this, you can reach out to me over social media, comments you put up, I'll answer when I get offline. If you want help, please go to my website and check me out there, which is barryselby.com. That's where this broadcast and all 224 before this are all residing on my video blog. So you can watch all my previous ones there on the barryselby.com. Click on the video blog to watch them. They're also on my business page on Facebook. And I think that's... oh, yeah. If you think there's somebody who should watch this that didn't catch this broadcast, because you know this person would really benefit from seeing this, please share it with them. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I invite you to please take care of yourself. This is one of these daily Facebook Lives I do every day because, frankly, I can't stop these coming through now, it seems. There's 225 and 6 of these. They keep coming. And I invite you to just take care of yourself. As always, my reminder to you, to everybody watching, is take care of yourself because you deserve the best. And when you take care of yourself, that can happen. And I think that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with me. I'll see you again tomorrow. Yes, I do this every day. I'll see you again tomorrow. And thank you. Take care. Bye. You're welcome.